Hello, good morning. Today I've done something very weird. So I took every single one of these LMGs here and I decided, like, how bad can I make these? So I want to take you through what I did with these in order to make them as bad as I could. Because we all know, like, the LMGs is a very good class. So is there, like, a way to make these just terrible? The answer is yes. I mean, you can certainly make these guns terrible. Not all of them. But look at the recoil I have on my Colt LMG, guys. I mean, it's a bit of recoil, I'm not gonna lie. So what I did with the Colt, I put on the Loudiner, skeleton grip, remove stock, and the 7.62 conversion. All of those make the recoil worse. And then I threw on the sight from the MG3 because I just hate that sight. I'm not really sure why. I just kind of hate it. I went with like super bad recoil for this one because, well, for starters, I feel like the Colt LMG is one of the LMGs that has like worse than average recoil, you know, for an LMG. I mean, when we're thinking about like the HBAR and the SCAR Hamr, like personally, I just don't think the Colt LMG has good recoil. So I try to give it the most recoil possible, and I think I've done it. And not all of the setups are going to be absolutely perfect. I did spend quite some time on some of them. Whoa. Look at that. There's no way you can control that. I mean, this is like the definition of spray and pray. Perhaps the only way to control this is to literally like displace your Roblox character rather than trying to move your mouse. There's just no way to do it with the gun. I will admit though, it's not the worst possible choice at close range just because we have the 7.62 and like the damage is pretty good and the fire rate's pretty good. But other than that, like, it's just not it, bro. It is not it. Okay, moving on to the M60. I did something very similar with this. Muzzle booster, skeleton grip, and remove stock, all to increase the recoil. And then I've thrown on a VCOG. Okay, why did I do that? Because why not? So if we take a look at the recoil with the VCOG on, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty hard to be accurate. The main thing that kind of gets in your way is a side-to-side recoil. Like, okay, you might manage to control the vertical recoil, but no way you're getting past that side-to-side recoil. Okay, I just invited myself into their dwelling. Bro, why did they just stand there? I also have the hollow point on this. I'm not really sure why. I think it decreases the ranges and like decreases your penetration, obviously. I felt like it would make sense because the M60 is known to have like good penetration. It's like one of those support guns, you know? So I thought that made sense. All right, after 5 years, I got him. All right, moving on. We got the HBAR. Now, I just want to quickly premise this by saying the HBAR was not a very easy gun to ruin, okay? This gun is, like, so good that it took me a good 10 minutes to figure out a way to ruin this slightly. Okay, I didn't even do a good job. But here's what I did with this. So let me find a guy. That's what I did. I wasn't able to like decrease the recoil any significant amount, but what I did do is I made it to where it kind of leans towards the left a little bit, and then I've chosen a scope that has something on the left side of the actual middle part of the reticle, whatever you want to call that. So it's just very hard to like actually see where you're shooting. That's kind of what I did. You just got to keep in mind that the HBAR has no recoil no matter what you do with it. I kind of know how to use it now because I tried it earlier. But basically what you have to do, you can't shoot in the middle. You have to shoot to the left. Like where that left thing is, you got to shoot there. And it's not the worst thing in the world, but it definitely like requires a lot more mental effort just to know how to like center it and stuff. Like no chance I'm getting a guy from that range. Whereas normal HBAR, like it's probably pretty easy. All right, there's a guy. See, like, that's not easy. All right, yeah, my lobby just died. They were probably just very taken back by my setup, so they had to leave. All right, let's check out the MG36, and just first of all, tell me that is not just an amazing looking gun. I mean, I didn't even know what to say, to be honest. That just looks exceptional. Anyways, what I've done with this is make it basically really bad at long range, but also not that great at close range either. So we have the oil filter to like kind of decrease the fire rate, which I felt like might have been a good idea. I don't know. It's like a very, very slow minigun, basically. I mean, I did just get a kill there somehow. That's not part of the plan. I mean, to be honest, the MG36 is a pretty decent gun, and I couldn't really figure out a great way to make this like bad. It's not really an amazing gun. Like there's a lot better LMGs out there, but at the end of the day, it's hard to make it terrible. But yeah, I also put on hollow point just to make it even worse at long range. As you can see, like once I get up to a bit of range, well, not there, but the recoil just gets a little bit more out of control, and yeah, it becomes a bit harder to manage. Snowy, what is that setup, and why is that a setup? Bro, don't worry about it. Like it's literally the new meta. I'm glad he noticed though. I'm very glad he noticed my setup. I mean, this is actually pretty fun to use. I'm not the best player in the world. Like I'm okay. I'm probably better than average, but just using bad setups on like generally good guns kind of makes the game a little bit more interesting. So that's kind of the reason I'm doing this as well. No, get away. Get away. Stop using a BFG. All right, anyways, enough of that. Let's go to the RPK-12. Now, also a very, very interesting looking gun here. So basically, I did the same thing I did with the M60. Made it very, very bad recoil. Carbine barrel, skeleton grip, retract stock, and 7.62. Like, that's just killer. And then I added a PSO scope on it. Now, like, you haven't even seen the best part. Like, I will prove to you how good this gun is by showing you how quick it scopes in. Like, look at that. We may not have the best recoil, but I can scope in like a millisecond. And honestly, that's just going to win me the fight immediately. Like, once the enemy sees how quickly I've scoped in, they're just going to surrender. I mean, that's really how good this is. Look at it. Look at him. He's just standing there. Now, you really have to pull down, okay? Trust me, it's not as bad as it looks. Oh, bro didn't even stand a chance. I mean, I just want to take a look at his STG setup. Yeah, like, my RPK-12 is, like, way better, dude. I mean, can your STG do that? No. Okay, here we are. I want to get some kills. Look at that. Can your STG get a double kill? Probably not. Can your STG manage to avoid a BFG? Like, that's probably the best thing you can do in Phantom Forces. Wow. Okay, why did I get a quad kill? Like, in what world? I hope they comment on the gun. Do you guys like my setup? Wow. Wow, guys. This guy's not a real one. All right. There's no way the STG could do this. Like, no possible way. All right. I think we should just move on to the next one. That would be good. That's actually... Okay, I just had an idea. When you're scoped in and you die and you get the, like, kill cam glitch, it kind of just looks like a cinematic movie of people, like, random Phantom Forces players just playing. I don't know. That could be kind of cool. I could use that for a concept. Oh, this guy is good at spinning. Anyways, okay, yeah, let's look at the LSW. Again, I couldn't find a good way to do this. I kind of just made the damage really bad and just chainsaw grip, flashlight, carbine barrel. I don't even know. My thought process here is that, like, the damage is bad enough to where having a chainsaw grip and having to, like, hip fire this is just not going to be good at all. I mean, you're kind of taking away the one thing that LSW is good at, which is, like, the recoil. He's 1 health, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got 99 instead of 100. But yeah, I feel like this should have either better recoil or more damage to be actually usable. I mean, it's literally the L86 LSW with the 223 Remington. It should have better recoil. I don't know why it's so bad. I have a flashlight on too, just in case it gets dark and we get scared or something. Yeah, you can see there's kind of some variation in the recoil. It's just enough to the point where you're not going to hit every single shot. And therefore, with the terrible damage, it's just going to be a nightmare trying to get long range kills. Close range, on the other hand, not too bad. Oh, double. Oh, yeah, the reload is kind of long, too. All right, I got the last kill on that. We got 40 kills with, like, time to spare, too. All right, now it's time for the RPK. I don't know what I've done to this, but I've just made it super loud, and I thought that was pretty much good. So, like, check this out. Yeah, it's very loud. The gun already has bad recoil, so, like, all I had to do is put on a skeleton grip, put on a bad sight, put on a ballistics tracker, use the loudener, and I think we're good. Okay, I can still get wall bangs. Honestly, the whole video was kind of a challenge because when you have guns that are this good, it's sometimes hard to make them bad. I mean, the gun's still going to be pretty good. I don't know what else to do, though. I mean, I could put it on the night vision scope and, like, Halbeck device. I kind of wanted to put on the Halbeck device. I have that on a couple other guns, but I really wanted the loudener because I know this gun as being a loud gun without no loudener on it. And so I just wanted to add it and see how loud I can make it. Like, I can't even hear myself talk when I'm shooting. Wow. Wow. How did I get that? Wow. Dude, it's just impossible to control this. The recoil is probably as bad as the Colt LMG. Maybe even worse. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems really bad. Where? Dude, I want to know where I'm dying to a BFG. There he is. Is there one more? Oh, okay, it was actually that guy. Yeah, I was kind enough to give myself the ballistics tracker again, though. I'm not too sure how much it helps, but at least I can see the dots. Like, I know where to generally aim. All right, anyways, let's go on to the HK21E. I just noticed the ballistics tracker on this gun is sideways. That's kind of cool. So, yeah, this one is, here, let me just show you. Like, I don't even have to explain. I'll just show. So here's what it looks like. I don't know, it's kind of just interesting how the recoil is just completely to the side. Like, I don't know what to do about that. I'm not sure why I chose the AUG scope, but I did, and it seemed to work out pretty good. Like, look, I can't even see. Half the time, the bullets are just going to the side of the scope. Here, let me see if I can get this guy. Almost. Okay, I got him down to 20. Really need some close range encounters here. Otherwise, okay, I was gonna say I might just go killless. There we go, got a second one. All right, third. And so the HK21, or the HK whatever this is, 21E, is like one of the only guns where the recoil is just completely like there's no recovery or anything, where there's just no chance you can control it. Oh, okay. It did 34 damage. All right, cool. Let's check out the Scar Hammer, which looks very similar to my MG36. But yeah, the idea behind this was very similar to like the LSW. Just try to make the damage as bad as possible. Low fire rate. I mean, this is a 4 to a 6 shot with 600 fire rate. So like even with the recoil, and I did manage to increase the recoil. So I think I did pretty good with this one. Yeah, like there's no way I'm getting long range kills. It's just going to take too long because there's no like reliable recoil. So I can't really hit the shots in the first place. And even if I did, well, I have to hit a bunch of them. So yeah, I'm honestly pretty proud of this one. And then the double open sight just makes it even harder. Pretty much the theme with all of these is like impossible to use at long range, and then like somewhat reliable. Okay, not really, not even close, but like somewhat usable at close range. All right, teammates, don't kill my enemies that I'm going for. There we go. I got a double, triple maybe. What? Holy. Whoa. Okay, if you lay down, the recoil just instantly improves like by a lot. All right, I want to see if I can get this guy. Not really. No, how is there another guy there? Oh yeah, forgot to mention, but it's a 9mm that makes the damage so bad. You do get 100 bullets though, which is like, I don't know, it's nice because I can just shoot as long as I want. Like even if I know I'm gonna miss a bunch. I could be wrong on this, but I think the 9mm also makes your recoil better. So surprisingly, the recoil is just a lot worse than I thought it would be. All right, so let's talk about the RPK-74. So kind of interesting. I went for the Halbech device, just kind of opted for a high recoil once again, and then the Halbech device, but I also put this scope on just to make it so that like it's kind of very difficult to see out of. I mean, I just think this sight is just really bad. It's probably a much better sight in real life. But yeah, the Halbech device, it doesn't do as much as I thought it would. The recoil is just not that much of an issue. But again, it was just, okay, that has no pen. Oh yes, I did put hollow point on this, that's why. To finish the game. Yeah, so I gotta admit, like the recoil, it's just a minor inconvenience. And that's pretty much it. Bro, the hollow point makes this so difficult to use. I mean, you don't expect a gun that sounds like this to just have no pen. All right, anyways, final gun is the MG3. I just went with the recoil again on this, muzzle booster, just to make it shoot super fast and have more recoil. Skeleton grip and then retract stock. I don't know how this has retract stock, but it does. I just realized like this video is just the opposite of like no recoil videos. This is just a recoil video, like a recoil showcase. But yeah, here's the gun. It shoots like super wild. There we go. Again, it like kind of works at close range, so uh-oh, I want to live. Bro was right in front of me, yet it takes me 80% of the mag. All right, anyways, I'm just gonna end the video there. Hope you enjoyed these awful setups, and like if for a couple of them you want to comment what you might have put to make them just garbage, feel free to do so. Like I'm sure a bunch of you guys have just cursed setups just in your back pocket. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, we'll see you later.